Jaya Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Janavalabha Girvaradhari Yashoda Nandana Vrajajana Ranjana Yamunatira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Radha Giridhari Shri Radhe Giridhari Radha Jaya Jagannatha Jaya Baladeva Jaya Subhadraya Jaya Sudarshana Natha Jaya Baladeva Jaya Subhadraya Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Prabhupada Srila Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Srila Nitai Gaura Haribol, 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 Nitai Gaura Haribol, Nitai Haribol, Nitai Gaura Haribol, Nitai Gaura Haribol. Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Mo, Shri Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai, Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai. The Divine Lordship Shri Shri Radha Giridhari, Shri Jagannath Baldev Supadra Ki Jai, Shri Gauranitai, the Divine, His Divine Lord Grace Apachan and Bhaktivedanta Swami Shri Prabhupada Ki Jai. All glories to Shri Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga, all glories to the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna to everyone. Hare Bol, nice to see all the brahmacharis. Welcome back. So we're happy to be here again, and we continue reading 8th canto of Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam, chapter 22, entitled Bali Maharaj Surrenders His Life. We're reading text number 16, right? On the board. Okay. So we'll start from the invocation prayers. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hey Vasudeva. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswati Vyasam Tato Jayamudhirayet Nashta Preshav Bhadrishu Nityam Bhagavata Sevayam Bhagavajutam Ashloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki. So read Sanskrit translation prepared by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Shri Prahlada Uvacha Tvayaiva datam padam indram urjitam avachajitam khritam tat evadya tat haiva sobhanam manye mahanasya krito hyanau graho Vibhram Sitoya Shriya Atma Mohanat. Please, Prabhu, recite. Yeah, read. Shri Prahlada Vacha. Nitam Murjitam. Sarvanatham Uchitam. Shri Atma Mohanat Shri Prahlad Atma Mohanam. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Prahlad Maharaj said, "My Lord, it is your Lordship who gave this Bali the very great opulence of the post of Heavenly King. And now, today, it is you who have taken it all away. I think you have acted with equal beauty in both ways. Because his exalted position as a king of heaven was putting him in the darkness of ignorance, you have done him a very merciful favor by taking away all his opulences." Prepared by Srila Prabhupada. As it is said, Yasyaham anugrahami harishyeta dhanam shanaich. Bhagavatam 10:88-8. It is by the mercy of the Lord that one gets all material opulence. But if such material opulence causes one to become puffed up and forget the process of self-realization, the Lord certainly takes all the opulence away. The Lord bestows mercy upon his devotee by helping him find out his constitutional position. For that purpose, the Lord is always ready to help the devotee in every way. But material opulence is sometimes dangerous because it diverts one's attention to false prestige by giving one the impression that he is the owner and master of everything he surveys. Although actually this is not the fact. To protect the devotee from such misunderstanding, the Lord, showing special mercy, sometimes takes away his material possession. Yasyaham anugraham harishyeta dhanam shanaich. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Om Jnana Timirandasya Gena Gena Chalakaya Chakshurumilitam Mina Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Mano Pishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swam Rupah Kadamahyam Dadati Svapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Utapada Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavam Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagnat Kunatkhamitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savathutam Parijanam Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagnam Lalitam Shri Vishakam Vitam Shah. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagat Pate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gourangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sutta Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Srimad Bhaktivedanta Swami Nityananda Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavani Paschatya Deshatene. Так, по Вишнах Мачимам Прасуптам Сандживаянте Калашакти Дарам Садам Наманям Шарастам Чанам Шаманам Саманик Пранам Намо Бхагавате Пурушая Тупьям Нама Шештаману Шипутра Мадра Сарупам Рупам Тасаграра Мурапури Мат Хурим Гоштаватим Рада Кундам Гирвара Хорати Каматава Сампраптайса Предакрипая Ши Гурум Там Надусми Сарва Шастра Питипюсах Сарва Веда Катапалах Сарва Сиданта Раднагия Сарва Лока Кадрик Прадам. Hare Krishna. Okay. How's it, everyone? Is it okay? All right, so so here's prayers of Prahlad Maharaj and also Bali Maharaj. they're both great, topmost, high-class devotees. And interestingly, that they came from the demoniac lineage, from the Asura line. And, from the Bhagavatam, from the history of the universe, the settlement of universe began from the creation, from the dawn of creation, and the progenitors of the universe. Like one of them is Kashyapa Muni. And he populated universe with the help of his two wives. He has two wives, one is Aditi, another one Diti. So, and from them came two lineages, two lines, Suras and Asuras, right? Dvai bhuta sargala kesmendava asura evacha. So there's two kinds of living entities in the universe. Two mentalities or two clans which are antagonistic, although they are relatives and they like brothers and sisters. And we can see it in different species of life, 8,400,000 species of life, not only human race, but everywhere. If you look at, for example, insects, there are some flies and bees, so there's two opposite. Or if you look at snakes and scorpions, and maybe opposite, I don't know, maybe tortoises or something like that, reptiles. Then also among the quadruples, there are cows and elephants and deers, and also tigers, lions, opposite them. And birds as well, you see there are eagles and vultures, falcons, right? And then also nice birds like parrots in Vrindavan, swans, chakora birds, nice birds. So this everywhere is antagonistic mentalities are clashing. And this is divine arrangement. This is to keep a perfect balance in the universe. There are some dualities, some dichotomies of the material existence. Two extremes, two opposite extremes. Asuram and Suras. Yeah? And also in human race, but in human race is not determined exactly whether we are demoniac or divine. So because we mixed nature, right? So we're not really clear about our nature because both natures are there, lower and higher, right? It's like a demarcation line fallen onto the human race. And like North American Indian proverbs is going like, they're saying there are two dogs in our character, two dogs. They're barking, they're fighting. So one is evil, another one is good. And who will win? That one you feed, that one will win. So if we feed good dog, so he will take over our character, and we become like this in the future. So these two natures are there. Daivya Sura Sampada, Krishna explains this in the 16th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. And human life is like crossroad, right? It's a very responsible situation in the universe. So we have to make a turn to go up and down, or stay here, or maybe finish this game. Game is over, and just go back home, back to Godhead. So there's different directions, like crossroads, And but there are two clear races, are like divine and demoniac, right? So what is the criteria in the universe? We have demigods, we have demons. They're very, like two opposite. And what is the criteria of demon or demigod? Or yes, exactly. So Vishnu Bhaktir Smrito Deva Suram Tat Vipariha. So demons, devotees are devoted to the Lord. They divine. They have bhakti. They're bhaktas. But demons, they're opposite. They're completely opposite. So they hate, or they're inimical. They deny God. You know, they're like this. Asuram bhava mashitam. So there's different nature, and they're conflicting because different ideologies, different types of mentalities. They're on the opposite camps. And so devotees are worshipped to the Supreme Lord, and demons are worshipped someone else. They have different types of worship. And what does determine the type of worship? Let's say, let's ask. What does determine the type of worship? So one of them worship Supreme Lord, another worship Rakshasas, demons, or low class of. Yes, of course, but modes. Yeah, if you go deeper, so the Shraddha, fate, determines. And actually, Krishna said in 16th chapter, he said, Shastra, Tasmat Shastra Pramanam Te. Actually, finally, Shastra determines what is the type of faith we're taking up and following. Shastra defines what is good, what is bad, what is evil, what is demonic, what is divine. So we don't understand, we don't have discrimination power to understand fully, you know, because we're too small, too minute. So we need some high criteria. This is Shastra. And Shastra, without Shastra, you cannot attain anything. No happiness, no higher destination, no perfection, right? Yeah, Shastra vidhi usrijya vartatam kama karatam na sukhame na siddhame abapnuti na sukhame paramgati, right? Thank you. So there are three. So without Shastra vidhi, if you're not following vidhi, so you never attain siddhi, paramgatim, or sukham, right? So if somebody think that I'm architect of my life, I'm architect of my destiny, but he is not follow Shastra, there is no use. He never attain anything useful, wonderful in life. So, and Jiva Goswami said in Sundarbas that Shraddha, he, Shastra Vishwas. So actually Shraddha, our faith, determined by Shastra, and this called Shastriya Shraddha, right? It's based on Shastra. So if we invest our faith in the Shastra, this is perfect. This is Nirgun, right? This is transcendental faith. And all the human beings, they made of faith, actually. Krishna said it in the beginning of 17th chapter. He said, Shraddhaya Maya Yam Purusha. So human is made of faith. So all of us, we believe in something, right? And if we're not pure devotees or pure demons, they're two extremes, right? What is called? Daivya Asuram Sampada. If you're not pure demons or pure devotees, we're somewhere in between. And Krishna explains this in the 17th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Shraddha, Traya, Vibhaga Yoga. So there are three types of Shraddha, according to the modes of nature, right? Sattva, Rajas, Tamuriti, Guna, Prakriti, Sambhava. Those three modes, and according to that, there are three different types of faith. So in Sattva Gun, we believe in something divine and demigods and supreme power. In Rajas, in passion, so we believe in rich and powerful people of this world, or demoniac, or something like that. Influential people, famous, rich and famous, right? And in Tamagun, we believe in ghosts and spirits and different black magic and hobgoblins and all this kind of nonsensical stuff. So this is ignorance, right? This is three types, Shraddha. And divine, they Shraddha based on Shastra. Shastra Shraddha, Shastra, Hi, Shraddha, Vishwas, right? So we believe in Shastra. But demoniacs, they have their own ideology. They have their own Shastra, let's say. They don't believe in Shastra, but they create their own concocted various temporary atheistic philosophies because they're bereft of pure and perfect wisdom. That's why they created their own things. And Krishna explained this nicely in the 16th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Verse number 8, he said, Asatyam apratishtham te jagatahur anishvara asambhutama parasparam kimanyat kama haitukam. So he explained that these people, those who incline to this kind of fate and disposition of inner state of the chitta, it's called chitta, right? Consciousness. So when chitta incline to certain inner state affected by some modes, so we create certain shraddha of faith, and according to that we have some faith and ideology and destination in our life. So he explained there are 4 types of philosophies actually. Materialistic, demonic. It's called scientific demonism. So there are 4 types. Baladevi Vibhushana explained. They're saying, there is no God, there is no foundation of this world. World is unreal, and everything produced by sex desire. And finally, everything moves by lust. And there are 4 philosophies, actually, of this world. We know them. One is called Mayavada, right? Mayavada Asat Shastra. Is this not pure Shastra? It's hidden atheism. Mayavada Shastra Bhashya Shunale Haya Sarvanasha. Lord Chaitanya said, whatever it touches, it's contaminated everything. So if this Mayavada penetrates in some of the philosophy, it's just completely, it's spoiled everything. This Mayavada is philosophy on nothingness. There is no God, everything is unreal, like that. Then another one is called Lokayata. Lokayata means materialism. Gross materialism, materialistic philosophies of this world. Everything comes from matter, matter produces life, consciousness comes from matter, like modern science, they're saying like this. Another philosophy is called Svabhavavada. This is Buddhism. Buddhism means atheism, complete total atheism. It's like perfect atheism. And then all our other atheistic philosophies came from the Buddhism, we know that. And finally, it's Karma Mimamsa as well. Karma Mimamsa means everything produced by lust. So everything comes from lust, and this world moves by lust. Kim Anyam Kama Ahaitukam. Ahaitukam means unmotivated lust. Like we want unmotivated bhakti, but they're just driven by unmotivated lust. So these are 4 atheistic temporary philosophies of this world, and this is for pure demons, right? We have our philosophy, our Shraddha, which is based on our faith, which is invested in pure devotional service. And Chaitanya Charitamrita defines this philosophy, this Shraddha, like, you remember this definition probably. Shradhai Shabdei Vishvasa Kaha Suhrida Nishaya Krishna Bhakti Hoila Sarvakarta Karma Krita Haya, right? So we believe in pure devotional service, in Bhakti. Not even a God. This is obvious. It's not necessary to, like Christians say, you just believe in Jesus and you will be saved. So we believe in pure devotional service to God. This is our Shraddha invested in Shraddha, Shraddha Vishvasa, Krishna Karma. And if we believe in pure devotional service, we believe that pure devotional service will sort out all our problems, and we can execute our duties, and we attain whatever we desire, everything by pure devotional service. If we believe in that, that means our faith is pure, unalloyed, nirguna. Nirguna. No contamination of the modes of nature. So by pure devotional service, you can do anything, you can achieve anything, you can accomplish, you can execute all your duties, everything, just by do devotional service. So if you understand this, you don't need to do anything in this world. Just give up everything, just do devotional service. If you don't feel like that, that means our Shraddha is not pure. Yeah? This is the definition. And Krishna reciprocates accordingly with everyone. Like he said, Yadhame prapadyan tam stathaiva bhajamyaham. So he comes down for 3 reasons, right? Paritranaya sathunam vinashaya dushkritam dharma samsthapanarthaya. So he dealing with all this kind of people. So like we said, they're pure demons, pure devotees. But in between, so many shades, so many different grades, so many different classes, which are not really, you know, like inclined to pure demonism or pure devotion. And that's why Krishna dealing with all of them. So he coming down to kill demons, to give them mukti, right? Because they're not ready for bhakti. He kills them. They get mukti and they just go. And he coming down to give devotees prema, right? He saves sadhus. He paritranaya sadhunam. He protects sadhus by giving them prema. And for all others, he given dharma. Those who not neither demons nor devotees, so he gives them dharma. Dharma means religion, to follow certain rules and regulations, morality, and gradually uplift their consciousness. And finally he said, Sarva dharma parityaja, you just give up all dharmas and just surrender to me. This is supreme dharma, paradharma. And this is pure bhakti. So this is the cause of his original advent. So he deals with everyone according to the constitutional position, according to the inner state, mental state, or disposition of chitta, right? So they're demons, they're devotees, and they're in between somebody. They're humans, let's say. So we have to determine our final destination, where we're going. Of course, here all the humans, those who are present here, they are devotees, they're divine. No problem. Prahlad Maharaj and Bali Maharaj, they came from this line of demoniac line, which is deities. Yeah, they are sons of deity. And they're pure demons, this line of pure demons. They fight against demigods and against Supreme God. Asuram Bama Mashita, they're just like, you know, like unalloyed, like strict, very powerful demons. They're always opposing, they create opposition to the divine personalities. But these two personalities, they're extremely pure and high class, high caliber devotees, right? They came from this line. And we're speaking about these different species, but actually it's not a matter of form or appearance, or it's not a matter of horns and hoofs, you know, like demons. But it's not like that. So it's a nature. It's a guna karma vibhagashaha, right? Like Krishna said, Chatur varnya maya shishtam guna karma. It's not a janma, but it's like guna and karma, qualities and work associated with this, with that. So therefore, these are two powerful, pure devotees came from this line, but they're devotees because they completely surrendered to the Supreme Lord, and they gave a great example for entire universe how to serve God, how to surrender to Him, how to express your devotion. And if we're speaking honestly, by the way, we came from the same line. We came also from this demoniac line. By the way, Kashyapa Muni, there were three wives. He has 3 wives. One is Diti, Dana, and Aditi. So Dana and Diti, they're 2 demoniac lines. And actually, at the history in Puranas, the explanation of description of when these 2 races, Danas and Daityas, they become, you know, like prominent and strong, they've been exiled from Bharatavarsha. They've been banished from, and they went out. And one line, deities, they came to North Africa and Middle East, Uttar Africa and Middle East. They populated those areas, and deities, they came, no, Danavas, they went up to the north, eastern and western Europe and Mediterranean Sea. Madhya Sagara is called, Madhya Sagara, Mediterranean Sea, according to the Puranas. So, and they populated those areas. So Europeans came from Danava line. Make sense? Yes, definitely. So all these German, Slavic tribes, Vikings, who else? Anglo-Saxons, they came from this line, you see. So Muslims, they came from deities, but Europeans, they came from this line, from Danavas. So we, all of us, we're followers of this line. But anyway, so we're followers of Prahlad Maharaj. And because of these two pure, great devotees, we've been purified. All our race has been purified. So now we, although we came from this contaminated line of Danas and Danavas, but still we're able to take up devotional service and practice devotional life. And this is very amazing. So we are blessed by those devotees, and now we're able to practice devotional service. And by the grace of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, so we join to this wonderful spiritual movement. And as I said, it's not a matter of appearance or belongs to any of these races, but actually it's a matter of consciousness, of chitta, of our inner mental state, our shraddha. So in which quality or in which ideology we invest our faith. And it's like in Gaura Lila, when Lord Chaitanya stopped these two brothers, Jagai and Madhai. They were completely demoniac. They were killing, raping, they were doing all these things. But when Madhai, he smashed the pot against the head of Lord Nityananda. So he injured him, and Lord Chaitanya appeared immediately. He took up chakra, and he was ready to kill him. But they surrendered. They just, they took shelter of Lord Chaitanya. They became submissive. And Lord Chaitanya immediately changed, because they changed their mentality. So they changed their mentality, and they surrendered. And Lord Chaitanya immediately forgave them, and he gave them pure bhakti. He gave them devotion. So that's how it works. So, and anyway, we came from this line, but still we have a great hope, because we're in the movement of Lord Chaitanya. This is compassionate movement, which is meant for spreading holy name of the Lord in every town and village with love and care. And we also purifying ourselves, and we have a great hope for our bright future to become sometime in our future, in our maybe next life, maybe I don't know. It depends on God's plan. We become pure devotees like Prahlad Maharaj and Bali Maharaj as well. Hare Krishna, Gaura Premanande, Hari Bol. So I'm stop here. Maybe any comments or questions? Would you like to make any contribution? Yes,
Prabhu, there's a saying that if Krishna likes you, he'll give you things. If he loves you, he'll take everything away. And the purport there about. Yes. So the question is it a prerequisite for full surrender that Krishna is going to take everything away from a devotee? Is that what we have to look forward to?
I don't think so. You see, if you look at the teaching of Srila Rupa Goswami, he explained from the beginning Bhakti. Bhakti divides on three parts: sadhana, bhava, and prema. At the beginning, there are two prominent, unique characteristics of Bhakti. It's called Shubhada and Klesh Gni. Klesh Gni means Bhakti removes all inauspicious, impure things, suffering, all these kind of things, removes obstacles, and give you everything wonderful. Shubhada means auspicious, wonderful, favorable. There is criteria of auspiciousness. Shubhada, there are 4 criteria, 4 aspects of auspiciousness. If anyone remembers those. It's in the Nectar of Devotional. Rupa Goswami, Srila Prabhupada translated means sukham, sadgunam. Sukha means happiness, sadgunam, good qualities. Anuraktata, who is everyone attracted by such a devotee. So if you practice bhakti, especially pure bhakti, so everyone attracted to. And Sarva Jagat Priyanam, I think. He pleasing to entire universe. He doing beneficial things for entire universe, whole universe will become happy and, like this. So there's 4 qualities of auspiciousness. So bhakti gives auspicious things and remove inauspicious. So I don't think bhakti, you have to lose your wealth and property and things. This is, it's mentioned here in 1088.8, this is famous verse, that only for those who Krishna especially inclined, he was most favorable to those devotees. He takes away everything. So to the high class devotees, he does like this. But actually, bhakti is a very auspicious thing. If it comes, as bhakti comes to our life, everything flourishing, everything becomes nice. If we have some problems and calamities in our life, that means we're performing not bhakti. Something wrong is going on. Or maybe it's offensive, something like that. We're doing it in the wrong way. We don't do pure bhakti. We're doing saguna bhakti or something like that, contaminated with modes. Therefore, we have some problems and things. That's what I think about that. It's not necessary you're going to lose your wealth, your wife, your family, right? So no, it's opposite. Bhakti is very good. Like demigods and demons, they're churning the ocean, milk ocean. At some point came poison, but then all auspicious things came. Like celestial elephant and moon and Varuni, this intoxication and apsaras and all these kind of things. So it's like also when we churn in our consciousness with the holy name, all these auspicious things are coming. After you cleanse away anarthas, when we cross over this anartha nivriti stage, then all auspicious things are coming. But we're not for them. Of course, Lord Vishnu said, you remember, you came here for the nectar. So nectar of bhakti rasa. Because bhakti is even more higher than all these material prosperities and all the beautiful things which bhakti can bestow upon us. So in other words, I think it's something wrong going on. Or maybe is Krishna very much inclined to you, then he takes away everything. But of course, if he takes away your material, that means he will give you spiritual, and it's much more higher. I don't know if maybe Dravida can help.
I was just thinking of this wonderful little poem in the Stavamala. 10 names of Radharani called the Ananda Chandrika, the moonlight of bliss. Mm-hmm. And there's just these 10 names in 2 little verses of Bhagavad Gita size, small ones. Mm-hmm. And then there's 2 verses describing the benefits, the Palashruti, so to speak. Mm-hmm. So, okay, so it says, these 10 names called Ananda Chandrika, if anyone chants them, then here's the benefits. Saklesha rohito, all suffering is gone. Bhuri saubhagya bhushitaha, become decorated with all good fortune. And very quickly, you become the object of favor for Radha Madhava. Mm-hmm. Now, it doesn't say is anything taken away there, or your klesha, but of course, that klesha could be caused by your attachment to material things. Yeah. All right, well, that means that, you won't be attached anymore. But it's not like you're attached and it's taken away. The attachment is gone. And it's such a wonderful thing. Of course, the same result ultimately is there by chanting Hare Krishna. The point is, but this was such a wonderful. I once went to a festival in New Vrindavan. They had these festivals every year, a festival of inspiration. Some of you maybe remember the early aughts. And so they would ask me to give a presentation. So I went, before I left, I printed up a bunch of them right here in San Diego, with a nice picture, and I had printed it up. And I handed it out. I didn't print enough. I had 25, but there were 50 more people. And I presented it, and we chanted it. And it seems like this verse, this famous verse, which Prabhupada quotes here and elsewhere, Yasyahamana Grinnami Harasheta Danang Shanai. So what's the result there? That goes on to say, then if you're a family man, now you're broke, who needs you anymore? So you get kicked out. So in other words, basically you got to take sannyas. So it's a and the interesting thing is, as I'm sure you know, that Prabhupada identified with that verse in his own life. He was still doing the business and preaching, of course, but Krishna took the whole business away, and the wife stole the whole life became impossible. So he took sannyas, and he said, his spiritual master was coming to him in dreams, and he was aghast. How could I do that? But he saw eventually that he really was blessed. Take sannyas.
Yeah.
So that's it's a complicated thing. It's not that you're relying on all these things. You're engaging, your money, a good part of it in devotional service, and then Krishna takes it all away. I mean, the idea is that if you're actually leading a proper devotee household life, and you're engaging as much of your fruit of your work in Krishna service, and you're serving, then that's not the point where Krishna is going to take everything away. Yeah. Bali was, he had become he had taken everything over. He was doing the demon thing, but Krishna, came and took it away and revealed his pure devotion.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's. Like Prabhu mentioned, so it came to my mind as well. When we read different shastras, different prayers, different ashtakas, there's some Shruti power. And Shruti power are always auspicious. You'll get this, that, so many different things, and so many different rewards of your bhakti. It's not like it's going to be taken away from you, this, that, and you become desperate, and you're going to run around and finally you surrender to Krishna. Not like that. So bhakti is all auspicious. That's what we understand from description and from our own life. So when we're taking up the process, we start to flourish, our qualities, our character, our opulences, everything. Although we're not really chasing after all these opulences. It's just coming naturally in our life.
Thank you for a nice class. I thought it was really nice how you reminded us about the Kashyapa Muni and the 3 wives, how the demonic and divine natures are developed from there. I'm wondering if you notice some tendencies, demonic tendencies within yourself in the practice of bhakti, what should you do?
What should we do with that? With demonic tendencies? Yeah, there are 2 natures, as I mentioned, divine and demonic, Daivya Sura Sampada. And if you follow this folk wisdom of North American Indians, so you have to feed the right dog in your character. You have to feed good dog, means you have to develop that part of nature which is good. So you have to invest in your auspicious godly nature and uplift your consciousness. And finally you become like this. So it takes over you. And you have to neglect this lower nature, which is inclined to sense gratification and demonic tendencies and, exploit and manipulate others. So you have to avoid it, otherwise you're going to get over that. And so you become like that. Because nature is more powerful than we are. We're small, but nature is... Yeah, it's like on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. This is scenario of Bhagavad Gita, actually. So they came 2 armies. One is demonic, another one is Pandavas, the divine, and Krishna in the middle. So demoniac forces, they were more powerful. They were more by numbers and also more powerful. All this Bhishma and Karna and all of them, they've been on that side. But Krishna said, okay, you just follow my instructions, we'll defeat them finally. And this is our battle. So we're battling with our nature, with our character. In our character, there's two natures. So if we take his instruction and follow him, and he's like a perfect driver of our chariot, of our body, so we just follow him. And finally, so wherever there is a Krishna and his pure devotee, there are four things: victory, morality, force, strength, and what else? And wealth, and opulence. Yeah. Yatra Yogeshvara Krishna Yatra Dhanurjara. Yeah. So therefore, we have to deal with that. This is our battle. This is our life, actually, devotional life. This is our sadhana. And everyone faces this thing in more or less degree. And so this is our work. We have to fight and, But the good news is that Krishna is on our side. So if we just take Krishna's path, so we definitely become victorious. Finally, we will overcome these forces. Although it looks like very difficult and very, powerful forces in our dark side of our nature, dark side of the soul, it is saying. It's very difficult to cross over. But that's what we face, and that's our price we have to pay for pure bhakti. So we have to stiff upper lip and just carry on, follow Krishna's instruction, fight every day with Maya, with our mind, with our material desires. And this is called anartha nivriti, actually.
Armed with shlokas, fight.
Armed
with shlokas.
Armed with shlokas?
Yes, fight.
Yeah,
Just like quoting so many nice verses.
Yeah, Shastra, this weapon. Yeah. Exactly. Yes, Prabhu, you want to say?
Was it Parashuram that drove out these demonic races out of Bharatvarsha?
Yes, yeah. According to the history, Parashuram, he chased away all this. He just killed them many times, but they still, the remnants of those, they just ran away from Bharatvarsha up north to Eastern Western Europe and also in the area of Northern Africa. And also I heard in Bhavishya Purana explain that, I think Vaivasvata Manu or somebody, now it's Vaivasvata Manu, right? So he expelled them from the Bharatavarsha at some point of history. He just, banished them, and they went out and they occupied all those areas, and they created their own cultures, all religions, their own, and that's what we see now in the world. In Kali Yuga, they're flourishing, and they fight with each other also. That's their nature. And so we belong to this as well. We came from this line. I mean, some of them from Bharatavarsha, they're pure souls. Yes.
We all know well, we may not all know, but it's famous. The role that Ashvatthama played, and very prominent in the Bhagavatam. And, he threw the Brahmastra, but he wasn't killed. Draupadi came, and she was sympathetic. So then, what happened to Ashvatthama? Now, I heard from Gopi Puranadhana Prabhu a long time ago, I think, but I don't have a reference for it, and I thought maybe that Ashvatthama is in the Himalayas somewhere. He's not dead. And that he will be instrumental in the advent of the next Sattva Yuga, at the end of this Kali Yuga. Have you ever heard anything like that?
I actually heard he's preparing for the role of Vyasadeva for the next cycle. So he became literal incarnation. He became Vyasadeva. Because sometimes Vyasadeva is Jiva, sometimes is Krishna himself.
Right.
So I heard like this. He became like Avesh Avatar. Yeah.
Which is really far out because he was, trying to kill everybody with that, but he was, he wasn't able to. Krishna stopped him from killing. And so now he's taking a very positive role, obviously, in the next.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
He was completely demonic and he committed like very grave murder, sin.
He was ready to kill, almost tried to kill Purigit, and everything.
And that's why he has a very severe, what is called, atonement. Atonement, yeah. He's staying in the Himalayas, he's doing these austerities for cycle of the yugas. It's like 4,300,000 years. Yeah. It's like, it's quite extensive.
So when he's done with that, he'll be ready to be...
Yeah, probably because of that he able to turn his nature, opposite. Maybe. Hare Krishna. Okay, thank you so much for your tolerance. Hare Krishna, Jai Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, ISKCON San Diego Yatra ki Jai, Nitai Gaur Premanande, Hare Hare Bo, Hare Krishna.